At least 22 million Americans have filed for unemployment since the pandemic started. Now families across the country are just trying to figure out how to put dinner on the table. Thousands of people lined up for hours to get help from a food bank in Texas. ABC's Marcus Moore joins us from San Antonio with their emotional stories. Marcus, good morning.
Whit, good morning. Their stories are absolutely heartbreaking, and the food bank here in San Antonio says during a regular time they service about 60,000 families. Well, since this COVID-19 shutdown began, that number has doubled to 120,000 families weekly, and we saw the demand firsthand. Before sunrise, hundreds had already lined up in front of San Antonio's Alamo Dome, each car representing the economic impact of the vicious pandemic gripping the nation, and the families now facing an uncertain future. Beatrice Ortiz was the first in line.
There's a lot of people hurting out here, you know, a lot of people, even within my family.
Soon, under the morning sun, the enormity of a critical need would be made clear. Cars, bumper to bumper, people desperate to feed their families. Matthew Serna among the 2,000 people who came to this food distribution site, laid off from his job soon after the shutdown began.
Nobody likes it when your kids ask what's for dinner and you're not sure what to tell them. It's not easy to ask for help, and we try to provide for our own family.
Food banks across the country are seeing huge demand. This moving seen at a grocery store in Maryland, and long lines like this one in New York forming outside of this food bank. Back in San Antonio, people are just as desperate and determined. Ortiz, who was first in line, ended up waiting 18 hours for the food she'll now feed to her family.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Full of gratitude.
Thank you for the San Antonio Food Bank and for all the essential workers doing their jobs. Because without them, where would we all be?
There is some concern this morning about how the food banks across the country will be able to meet the increased demand. And we, of course, have seen those striking images of farmers pouring out milk because of reduced demand with schools across the country closed. And just yesterday, the White House announced a farmers relief program, which would involve buying produce from struggling farmers and getting those items to the food banks and agencies that feed families in need, Dan.
Yeah, it's a really frustrating disconnect between those farmers and the people who need the food and the food banks. And just so striking to see one woman waiting 18 hours to get food in the United States of America. Marcus Moore, thank you very much.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.